Hello and welcome to the Canon Connect Salesforce integration video. We'll be taking you step by step how to set up your system. And so far what you would have already done is register as a company. And then after that, you would set up your payment method upon logging in, which is the first thing you are prompted with. After that, you'll be redirected to this screen that you see right here. And what we're going to do right now, it's asking to connect to the network because we haven't set up the phone yet. So just click out or press the escape button, and now you will be past that screen. What we're going to do next is we're going to open the settings, go to admin, and then we're going to go down to our account and then integrations. This is going to allow us to now set up the rest of the things that we need. First things first, we're going to set up our phone system, and then we're going to connect to Salesforce. With our phone credentials all set up, the phone system will now be able to work. But the next thing is setting up Salesforce so that then we could be fully connected and everything integrates over. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the Salesforce button, where now we get a complete screen of all kinds of different things to set up. We have our installation key, which is going to be first setting up our Salesforce package. We're going to have a call center to download and then these things to fill out. If you ever are looking for some of the documentation, I highly recommend opening this page up and then coming down to this section where you could find the connected app things that we're going to actually paste in. So let's keep this open. Let's also go and install this. If we haven't already, you could do this at the appexchange or right here. I'm going to grab this installation key. Click here, and then I'm going to need to log in. Upon logging in, you'll end up at the installation page. We're going to head back and just grab the installation key. I'll now paste that in to here, and I'm going to install this for all users. We'll accept and grant access. And then this will take some time to fully finish. In the meantime, we're going to actually go log into Salesforce and start the rest of the setup. You can do that at login.salesforce.com. We'll now put our credentials back in if we're not logged in already. Upon logging in, we're going to want to head into the setup. And from here, we're going to start off with creating a connected app. You'll type in App Manager. Then you'll head over and click the Connected App button. From here, this is going to be the part where it's useful to have another page up that gives us the things that we need to copy and paste in. So I'm going to paste the first part. If you ever see a space at the end, get rid of it. I'm going to add in the email. And then we will add in the callback URL. Next up, we need to add a few items that allow us to have the proper access. We're going to add the OpenID. We're going to add the manage through the API. We'll want refresh token and offline access. And we'll also want the identity URL. We're then going to turn off the require secret for refresh token flow. And from here, you have all the settings. These items are all listed in the documentation as well. You'll click save. Continue, and now go to manage consumer details. From here, you'll have to authenticate to gain access to these credentials. And now once you're able to see them, copy the consumer key, head back to Canon Connect, put that into the client ID section, then get the consumer secret and put that into the secret section. From here, we click create record. which now that allows us to have the app be able to communicate with the Salesforce environment. While we're here on this screen, let's download the call center that we're going to need. We'll just save it as is. And then we'll head back into Salesforce. We're going to go to the call center. And we'll import the file that we just downloaded. Next up, let's create our credentials that are going to allow us to finish communication back and forth between Salesforce and the app. So we're going to go to named credentials. We're going to go to external, new. And now this is a good part to also look at the documentation that is on the Canon Connect website. Here we're going to copy and paste values over as they are listed. We'll select the custom authentication protocol and save. Now we're going to go down to principals, click new. We'll name it token. And then we will add authentication parameters, token again. And for this value, we'll head back to Canon Connect and we will copy this value. With the value copied, you'll paste it in and you'll click save. Next up, we'll set our custom headers. Again, these are listed on the website. So we'll copy and paste these in and click save. Lastly, we will go back to named credentials, click the named credentials section and hit new. Again, we'll copy and paste some values over from the website. We'll ensure that this is enabled. We'll choose the external credential we just created and check these values off. Lastly, we will add this Canon app and then we will click save. Next up, we'll create our custom headers. Copying and pasting again from the website. And we have one more to make. And now we are done with that setup. Next up, we will want to go to permission sets. Here you can see the Canon Connect admin and user permission sets. We will need to clone both of them and add the external credential that we created to their permissions. I'll add the word internal just to separate the difference between them. So going forward, you'd want to assign these permission sets to your users. So now I will go into this Canon Connect admin internal permission set, scroll down to external credential principal access, click edit. On the left, you'll see the access that we created. We'll add it and save. And then we will assign this permission set while we're here. You'll want to do the same thing for the user one and then assign that to the users who will be inside of Canon Connect. With our permission sets out of the way, let's head back to Canon Connect and fully authorize it. We'll now authorize Salesforce by clicking the button, which will bring us to the login page. We'll put our credentials in, and then we will click the Allow Access button. This will now bring us back to Canon Connect, and right here, we're being prompted with our tour. which we recommend that you go through. But in the meantime, we're going to skip this. So we'll head over to the admin, go back to Account, Integrations, Salesforce, and finally we will synchronize our Salesforce so that we're getting all the existing leads and contacts to add to the system. This will kick off a background process and bring them into Canon Connect. The last few things to do to set this fully up is to head back into Salesforce. We're going to go to Visualforce pages. We'll go to this one right here. And we will copy all the contents of this page. Then go back to Visualforce pages. Click New. Paste in the contents. And then name this Canon Connect CTI. We'll also make it available for Lightning and click Save. Now we will assign our call center to a user or any other users that we need to. You could do that on the user page or at the call centers page. Here on the user page, you'd click this and put in the Canon Connect one that we loaded up before. We'll save that. We'll also go to the App Manager, where we'll head into Sales or any other app that you have. We'll edit it, go to the utility items, and ensure that we've added the phone. After that, you'd save and exit. And our last thing to do is enable the sync through the custom metadata types. This allows that any changes going forward will push from Salesforce into Canon Connect, giving you new contacts. Here we could choose the type of sync, whether it's happening immediately on demand or if it's scheduled. We recommend that clients who have a lot of data and a lot of people working use the scheduled version instead. You'll click the Connect Sync Enabled, which now allows the sync to work. And the other thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to add our report folder. For that, you'll head in to Reports, go to All Folders, Canon Connect Campaign Reports, and then right in this URL, you'll want to grab this ID, come back up, paste that in, and now you are set to save. With that out of the way, we'll head back into our Salesforce environment and we'll do one last setting. We'll look up Connect in the app launcher and we'll find Connect Settings. Upon opening the Canon Connect settings, we can click the New button and just name this setting. This will keep track of some information around when the last sync occurred. And from there, you've now set up your system to be integrated with Canon Connect and Salesforce. So to ensure that the integration is working fully, we're going to go to Leads, and we'll create one lead to see that they come over into Canon Connect. Click the Save button. And now we'll head into Canon Connect to check it out. Here I can see the phone. And upon opening the phone, it looks like I was already logged in. And so I immediately opened up and we could see John Wayne listed immediately. This generally works off of the last contacted date, so you may not see him, but you could look up any contact by their name or phone number. As we could see, upon looking up another number, some of my existing leads that are in my system are now loaded in already. Depending on how many contacts and leads that you have to sync over, this could take a while, but for smaller systems, it can be in under half an hour or within even a few minutes. Thank you for taking the time on this integration video. Thank you for taking the time to join us on this integration video. And now that you are all set, you could begin to buy some phones through the admin section, heading into admin, phones, and looking up the area code. And then starting to set up the rest of everything that you need so that then you could start to play with this fully. But without further ado, that is it for this video. Please check out our other videos to learn how to call, text, set up call lists, set up Salesforce cadences, and anything else. If you ever need any help, you can create a case through our support system here, or create a case through the support that is listed up in the menu items. Thank you so much for taking the time to go through this setup video with me, integrating your sales environment with Canon Connect. My name is Jared Simpson. I'm the owner and founder of Canon Connect, the product you just set up, as well as Loosely Canon, a operations-based consulting firm. We focus on technology that helps streamline your business in sales, marketing, and service, and are always a shout away whether you need any help. Now, any support ticket that you route that is specific to Canon Connect, we're 100% there to support you in whatever you need. And we're also interested to hear any features that you're looking for that might be able to take your business to the next level. Of course, if you have any issues, always reach out, and we're happy that you chose the Canon way. Have a great day.